Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to step into a really beautiful story that asks a question we've probably all wondered about at some point. Why? Why do we actually need to sleep? We're going to follow a little girl named Clara who finds out that rest is so much more magical than she ever could have guessed. So, let's begin. So, this is the big question, isn't it? It's the one at the very heart of our story, and it's what our main character, Clara, thinks about every single night. She just has this feeling that by closing her eyes, she's missing out on something wonderful. And, maybe you felt that way too. So let's meet her. Clara was a girl who just adored the daytime. I mean, for her, the world was this explosion of light and sound and warmth, and she couldn't bear the thought of missing even 1 second of it. And you can just imagine her world, can't you? It wasn't just the day in some abstract sense. No, it was these little, perfect moments. The way the sunlight would just spill across the kitchen floor, or the specific sound of the birds singing in the pear tree, the happy noise of laughter in the village. Each one was like a tiny, sparkling gem to her. And that's really the heart of the issue for her. For Clara, closing her eyes didn't feel like resting. It felt like she was locking away a treasure chest and just tossing the key. To her, sleep was a kind of loss, a quiet little theft of her precious sunlit hours. So one night, everything starts to shift. As this silvery moonlight is just dancing on her ceiling, Clara's frustration bubbles up into this quiet, whispered question. A question that was about to change absolutely everything. She just whispers this out into the stillness of her room. And it's so much more than a question, isn't it? It's this heartfelt plea. And in that moment of pure curiosity, it's almost as if the universe decided to answer. Can you picture it? Just a single, shimmering thread, like a little ribbon spun from pure starlight, just drifting softly through her open window. It's the very first sign that this night is going to be completely different. And then the magic really starts. Her room begins to fill with these delicate, glowing threads, just floating so gently through the air. One of them comes and curls right around her finger, and it feels warm and soft, and it's not scary at all, It's enchanting. And then, in a flash of silver light, Clara finds herself somewhere else entirely. A huge, open meadow with a sky just bursting with stars. And right there, in the middle of it all, stands this mysterious, wonderful figure. And this woman, wow, she's dressed in robes that look like they're woven from twilight itself. She introduces herself as the Keeper of Sleep, and she tells Clara that sleep isn't what she thinks it is. It holds a kind of magic, a magic most people never get to see. And she's here to show her. The Keeper leads Clara to something truly spectacular, a great crystal-clear lake. But this isn't just any lake. What it's reflecting is something so much deeper than the stars in the sky above. And this is the secret she was promised. Clara looks down into the water, and she sees sleeping children, foxes curled up under trees, birds with their heads tucked under their wings, even flowers with their petals gently folded. They're all connected here, in this quiet, dreaming world. And then the Keeper gives Clara a brand new word for sleep. She calls it healing. She explains that it's this quiet, special time when tiny golden lights, just like the threads from her room, gather all around every living thing to perform a very special kind of magic. So, what is this magic? Well, this is where we get to the heart of it all. The Keeper is about to show Clara that sleep isn't the end of the day at all. It's more like the workshop, where tomorrow is actually made. The Keeper points to those golden lights and explains what they're really doing. They're gathering up all the little pieces of the day, the tired thoughts, and the small worries, but also the forgotten smiles and the tiny moments of joy. Every single piece is collected. And all those little collected pieces of the day, they aren't just put away on a shelf. They're woven together into something totally new. They become strength for the next morning. They become peace for your heart. And they become hope for whatever is to come. So you see this incredible shift in her thinking, right? She used to ask, am I losing time? But now she has this profound new truth. Sleep isn't a thief. It's a cradle. It's the gentle, quiet place where tomorrow is born. And just like that, the meadow fades and Clara finds herself back in her bed. The room is the same, the moonlight is the same, But she is completely different. That magic has given her a brand new way of seeing things. That feeling of loss, it's just gone. And in its place is this warmth, this sense of gratitude. She finally understands that sleep is a gift. It doesn't take away from today, it lovingly gets tomorrow ready for you. And so, that nightly question she always asked turns into this beautiful, quiet declaration. She closes her eyes, not with a sense of dread, but with purpose. She's part of the magic now, ready to gather up all the strength and peace and hope she'll need for a new day. And really, that's the beautiful idea this story leaves us with. That sleep isn't just empty darkness, but a gentle, almost sacred space. It's where we quietly mend ourselves, where we dream, and where our hearts gather up all the new light we're going to need to shine when the sun rises again. What a wonderful way to think about closing our eyes at night.